Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep running.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another World of Warship Blitz video. And today, World of Warships has released, or should I say Wargaming has released, the Pan-Asian Tech Tree Destroyers. And I have a little guy right here, right in front of me. So today, I'm just here to discuss about the tech tree. I have done a little bit of research about them, so you guys don't have to worry about too much. I'm gonna go all the way to the papers, and we're going to go from paper to practice real soon. But if you're new to this channel, I am Mr. Brutal Show, and I believe you should subscribe to get around a weekly video of World of Warship videos. But if you want a Call of Duty video, put COD on the comment section on this video. Excuse me. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So we have the Tier 3 Destroyer. I am not going to pronounce that anytime soon. So this is what I have. The tech tree is around right here. It contains around a mixture of American, German, British, and Russian destroyers, all from different lines, and Japanese as well. So they have a different variety of ships. I believe this one is an American, this is American, this is American. So the last final, you're going to get American class ships. This is a British, this is a Soviet, this is a British, that is a Japanese, this is a British, and this is a German. So yeah, so the Pan-Asian tech tree is just a combination between American, Japanese, British, German, and Russian, just to make all of this tech tree. So we are at Tier 3, and they all have the special ability of deep water torpedoes, and stealthy and destructive, but cannot hit enemy destroyers. That's the only drawback that you will ever have, which is really big, and when you actually start playing. Because right now, at this stage, a lot of people are trying to go out to the destroyer lines. However, since your torpedoes cannot hit the enemy destroyers, you are only left with 3 guns. And they can do measly damage, around over 305. Obviously it starts very small, but compared to its predecessor, which had a 382 damage hit, that's a lot. That's a big downgrade for something that's pretty huge. Actually, that's 80. That's around 80 HP, but that 80 accumulates over time. So yeah, you are going to probably lose a little bit of firepower. You're barely going to regain the firepower over time as you go on through the tech tree. I figured out that the armory, it has some pretty decent survivability. The guns, not the best, and they take quite around 6 seconds to reload on this ship. It took a little less on the previous ship because I had better guns. But usually you may suffer early on in the games, early on in the tech tree. You may suffer from slow reload for around, depending from 7, 6 at max. And you can probably shave off all the way to like around 5, 4, around there. Torpedoes, oh that's what everyone wants. It's the meat and bread of this tech tree. This torpedo damage, pretty good compared to, let's just say, an American 3, which is a Wix. Yeah, 240. Obviously, it's been fully maxed out. There's another one where you can try, not Tenry, but a Watakati. around, yeah, 250. The British, I don't believe have, but the Campbelltown torpedoes, it has 283. So yeah, you are going to deal way more damage compared to other destroyers down the tech trees. Definitely you will do a lot more damage because I have upgraded a good chunk of these guys, especially the Russian ones. The Russian is down at the bottom, but over time you will actually get it back. So this is what I've seen early on in the stages. So this is just for around up to tier 4, 5 maybe. So what you're gonna do for supplies, I'll actually recommend either the following. You want to have a high grade coal because you have a pretty small surface protection actually. So if you want to improve it upon even to make it even smaller, that's fine by me. But I genuinely agree. I recommend that you actually take improved crew rations because you really want to shave down the gun time. The time that your guns take to reload, and as well it actually helps shave some time off the torpedo tubes. I believe you should take warship hit points because we don't have a big health pool to start with. So you're going to get torpedoed a lot early on in the game, early on in tech trees to be honest, and it's pretty common that destroyers get attacked by either aircraft carriers or other destroyers from coming on enemy torpedoes. And finally, I believe we should take a refined diesel. This actually helps you improve your speed and your traverse speed. Obviously, it's going to say around 35 knots, which is generally really good. It's up there with the Russians, but not close. Not close enough. So we have received an invite. We'll be joining them real soon. So we have aiming system modification. Either take one of the two options. Either you have the main battery modification number 2, or you take torpedo tube modification 1, which is just basically faster torpedo tubes at aiming, which I generally actually enjoy because you can actually move your torpedo tubes quicker upon longer distances. I recommend damage control system because you actually take a lot less damage from fire torpedo or flooding damage since you're bound to get hit by a lot. And finally, out of the two, I recommend taking propulsion modification number 2, and you want to build upon your speed, so might as well. And we have a system. Alright, let's accept the invite. The team is in battle. Alright, but let's stop talking planning and let's go into the practice. Oh, alright, let's see how many. Okay, so we first start with a pretty decent round, sand and seas and base capture. So it's going to be generally early on tiers. A lot of people will not know how to deal with stuff and all that good stuff. And I should stop saying stuff for the 3rd and 4th time. So let's go in. So the refined diesel and the modification, it will generally take you around close to 37 knots. But for when you actually hit those two modifications, a refined diesel and propulsion modification, you get a good speed of 37.9. And when you usually take a turn, the Wix is getting targeted first. So this is the only thing that you have something to defend against yourself. As you saw, the Wix just went right over the torpedoes, but the St. Louis didn't. So yeah, so when you're going to fight other enemy destroyers, I actually recommend having a very good distance between you and them, because most likely you're not going to survive, especially if they decide to target you with torpedo tubes. So as you can see, it takes around half a minute, around 30 seconds to reload with the torpedo tubes. As you can see, the general spread is pretty big actually. So the general spread, yeah, it's good enough for probably a long distances, so you have a higher chance to hit your opponents, definitely. Once you realize how big the spread is, I usually try to change it to the smaller spread, because reason number one, the ships tend to turn a lot, and two, when they see a Pan-Asian destroyer, they generally try to swerve around and all that good stuff. As you can see, self-evident that the Samson just destroyed the wicks, and we have no destroyer left, so we gotta get out of here faster than we can say before they start targeting at us. Let's switch to AP real quick. You can see how this ship struggles to fight against other enemy destroyers. They don't have the best damage, so you might as well want to regroup and actually stay away from those guys for most of the time. So let's join with the other allied cruiser. So as long as the Samson doesn't get a clear sight on us, we should be good. We should be good, hopefully. So we got pretty good hits, pretty decent hits. So we're slowly killing him off. We're taking quite a bit of damage, just a little bit. So the Samson might actually turning around. Alright, so let's use, oh yeah, I almost forgot. This one has a boost acceleration. So if you get stuck in a sticky situation, might as well use that to your advantage. You have an enemy destroyer who just basically torpedoed us. So let's use, let's give him a little bit of a help. So let's start by, looks like the Wix took down our cruiser. That's not good. Okay, let's see if we can take down the Wix or it tries targeting us. Oh, good. Alright, St. Louis is in pretty good proximity. Let's shoot some right here and run away, because our cap circle is pretty exposed thanks to the disappearance of the enemy destroyer from the one that we just left. So we can see, okay, we just hit 2 of them, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. And this is what happened, generally what happens. So let's take fire preventive control, and 1, 2, and there's the Samson once again. He's after our circle, so let's go and defend our own circle. Let's fully regenerate. Let's avoid him getting closer. Let's avoid him. Okay. So if I think he's using torpedo tubes. So let's run as fast as we can. Got him. Now we got the South Carolina to worry about. So you see the torpedo modification number 2 start to take effect as how quickly you manage to aim the torpedo tubes, and we're going to get nice clean hits. We got 4 beautiful hits to the enemy ship, and we're kind of hopefully struggling to take down this enemy battleship, who's just basically out. And looks like if I can sink this battleship, hopefully we might have to change the tides, but We didn't manage to shoot the torpedo tubs in time. So we lost due because I believe I left one of my allies to die, which was not very good, not very good. So let's just say this a iffy, maybe not to do guide. So let's try again and let's see what happens. Okay, 425. Good timing, good timing, good timing. So let's try this again and let's see if we can actually have a good roll, a good fight on this one. Alright, let's see, we have tier 4, good. Now this is fun. I don't have to worry about too many destroyers on this one, but they do. Alright, this is Scorching Islands. Alright. Most likely they have one destroyer on each side. At the start of the game, let's switch to AP, just in case if we meet them. Alright. Let's take engine boost all the way to a 40.6 knots, which is really good. Early on in the tech tree, it's rare to see any ship hitting 40 knots, especially in the high 30s. It's kind of rare to see one of those guys way up there in the around tier 7 or 8, unless you're Russian. Usually it's generally really hard to hit those numbers, and this ship manages to hit them like it was a joke. So we see Shenyang. We don't have to worry about him, but the guns, and we're starting to get pretty bad hits. Let's get away because St. Louis is over there, and then we're going to die if we don't get away. Okay, let's go to the center, and they know our ill intent. It looks like we're gonna have just one round to shoot. Okay, let's see who can we target first. Okay, I see a battleship turning and fire. Now let's run away. Let's watch. Okay, we see a Corvette. Fire. Okay, we got one hit. Can we make? Ooh, we did it. 2 different ships. Not bad, not bad. So we gotta stay away. Looks like we've been spotted. Not good at all. Not good at all. Right, we got really good hits on this one. Let's see if we can hit the enemy cruiser over there. Looks like we might get one hit. Yeah, one hit. Friant. Looks like we're only going to have to be able to hit maybe one. Looks like oh, look at the Russian one. Let's see if we can hit the Wyoming. Oh, looks like we can't. Let's run away. We should be a little bit afraid of those guys. Just a tad bit. Because most likely they could hit us with nasty guns. Alright, looks like they're not taking it too well down over there. So let's go give them a little bit of help. Try to release some pressure. The Wyoming is by itself, so he's most likely in danger by the Dursky and the Friant. So let's give him a little bit of a help. So let's give it a good turn. Ready, set, and fire. 1 and 2. Okay. Looks like he noticed our plan, so he's going to try to do some kind of magic trick that he uses to avoid our torpedoes. Now we see the Russian destroyer over there, so we're gonna have to be really good. Oh, the Wyoming took care of the enemy Friant. Now we have this ship. Let's see if we can target him. And 1 2, fire, fire. We're in a pickle today. Let's not get too close. And let's just watch the scene. Okay, looks like they're gonna try to dodge it, but we managed to hit them twice. Ooh, we got flooding. So we gotta make sure to stay. I have some really good distance for it. Not here. Looks like he doesn't suspect too much. Alright, let's not make ourselves noticeable until we want to. Alright, looks like we got around 25k damage. Let's see if we can increase that. Looks like they want to cap. So let's give them the cap. Let's give the cap because we're equal ties. And if I can give a really good capture, it might change the flow of the game. Alright, so it's gonna force enemy battleships to deal with me. Alright. 1, 2, nice. 3. Let's see if we can get the other ship. Defend our base. Nah, let's cap. Looks like we have a win. We did 34k damage, which is really amazing. Let's just stay here, and we won the game. Nameless hero, nice. Now I believe this is a better example. This is a better example of how to use the tech tree. So guys, thank you for watching the video, and if you watched the first one compared to the second one, you can tell this is a way better shot and improvement. So you can actually tell the difference between a pretty mild gameplay to a good gameplay. And we got Nameless Hero, the highest damage on our team. So guys, thank you, and see you on the next one.